Governor Scott has not just surprised people on Obamacare. He's recommended a $74 billion budget, $4 billion more than last year. He's talking about across-the-board pay increases for teachers, bonuses for state employees, and, well, I'll let you talk about what the reactions have been to that among Republican legislators and leaders.
Well, the reaction's been fairly muted. I mean, they've been polite in public, but from everything we hear, you know, the real problem that Rick Scott's likely to have is with the young House Speaker, Will Weatherford. Will Weatherford, I would argue, is a little more conservative than Senate President Don Gates. There's going to be a challenge here. Rick Scott basically gave them a 6-8 hour heads up before he announced the across-the-board teacher pay increase. And he's in effect thrown the legislature under the bus here, because now he's put the legislature in the position of having to say no to teachers, something no politician wants to do. That's a lot of money, $500 million for a pay raise for teachers. And I've had Republicans tell me you could give every teacher in the state a $25 million across-the-board pay raise. They're still not going to vote for Rick Scott in 2014. I mean, teachers are of all political persuasions, but teachers, by and large, are more Democratic than Republican, and they belong, many of them belong to one of the most biggest unions associated with liberal democratic politics, the Florida Education Association. So he's got problems. And one last point, this is an amazingly narrow agenda that Rick Scott is coming to the legislature with. He wants two things and only two things. He wouldn't even list Medicaid expansion as one of the things he wants. He wants the teacher pay raise, and he wants a fairly modest sales tax break for manufacturers who buy new equipment. They have to justify that the added business would grow from the tax break. They wouldn't have to provide that justification anymore. So it's going to be a little bit tense. Again, this is a pivotal year for Rick Scott. It's a kind of a make or break moment for the guy, because next year he's going to be fully involved in running for re-election.